วัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ Good evening and welcome to ThaiPBS English News Service รุ่งทิพย์โชนภาลัย
And I'm Subhajon Klinsuan. The Department of Disaster Prevention reveals that 666 people in 15 provinces lost their lives due to the worst floods in living memory. Dr. Ungtip.
Ayutthaya itself has the highest figure of 139 people, followed by Nakhon Sawan and Lopburi. The number one cause of death is electrocution.
Meanwhile, in the 6 southern provinces which were affected by rains, mudslide, and flash floods are now, the death toll is now at 9. And the Prime Minister is pretty confident that Nonthaburi will be back to normal within the next 4 to 5 days. Dr. Ungtip.
Well, she's back to Thailand since last night.
Yeah, she came back from an official visit from Vietnam since last night. However, she had to cancel some of her afternoon meetings after she felt a bit sick with nausea and all. However, she's back to normal now, coming back later in the evening to work.
Okay, now let's get on to the flood situation. The Bangkok governor has ordered the Phaya Suren water gate to be open 10 centimeters as an effort to help out the Lamluka residents, while the transport minister says the big back barriers along Vipavadi Rangsit Road are likely to be removed within the next couple of days. Air Chief Marshal Sukampol Suwarnathat, Transport Minister, says officials will likely to remove the big back barriers along the rail lines on Vipavadi Rangsit due to the steady situation of the floods.
The Highway Department is responsible of moving the big bags within tomorrow or Saturday. The embattled BMA governor has ordered the Phaya Suren water gate to be opened 10 centimeters wider, hoping to help drain out the Lamluka residents. While almost 60 water pumps from the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, the Natural Disaster Prevention Department, and private sectors are working around the clock, are expected to dry up northern Bangkok before 2012.
Phaya Suren water gate is now open to 1.4 meters, 10 centimeters wider than yesterday as an effort to help drain out Lamluka district in neighboring Pathum Thani province, who are requesting for 1.5 meters. This gate is to the main drainage for water in Pathum Thani province.
Locals in Pathum Thani and Nonthaburi were accusing the Bangkok governor of not caring for people of nearby provinces. The governor's decision will be on a 24-hour evaluation. If the water levels in Sai Mai or other Bangkok areas get any higher, there might be orders to bring the gates back to 1 meters wide.
On the other hand, if water levels maintain the current level, the BMA might order the gates to be open to 1.5 meters wide.
Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra is confident that Nonthaburi province will be dry within the next 4 to 5 days. Meanwhile, the Flood Relief Operations Center says eastern Bangkok will be totally dry before Father's Day. FROC's water expert Anon Sanitwongna Ayutthaya says the east of Bangkok should be dry before Father's Day, which is this Monday, December the 5th. While western Bangkok and nearby areas in Nonthaburi province, such as Bang Yai and Bang Bua Thong, will be drained out within 10 days. After visiting the area, Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra believes Nonthaburi province will be back to normal within 4 to 5 days. She also ordered the installation of more water pumps in the area. The very hopeful Bangkok governor expects the entire capital to be dry before December the 31st. The FROC is even more confident, saying yesterday that the water will dry up within December the 20th.
As some of the major cars manufactured in Thailand are affected by floods, for example, Toyota, Honda, and Nissan. But today, the Motor Expo 2011 is open.
Yes, it officially kicked off today, and it turns out that the future looks very bright for pickup trucks as buyers see that the advantage of pickup trucks once the flood come in. The 28th Motor Expo opened for business today at Mueang Thong Thani, the first event of its kind since the country's biggest floods in living memory. Many sedan drivers seem determined to buy pickup trucks and four-wheel drive vehicles, having experienced the nightmare of seeing their cars drowned, damaged, or totally written off in the floods. Bookings for new pickup trucks on the first day were higher than the previous years, meaning buyers will have to wait a little longer for delivery of their new truck.
Toyota Sure, a subsidiary of Toyota Motors Thailand and a major player in the Thai used car market, said the price of second-hand pickup trucks has surged, driven by the recent increase in demand.
Meanwhile, Finance Minister Thirachai Phuwananuban told the media that the Motor Expo, which will last until December 12, is seen as a good jumpstart for the automotive business in Thailand after many production bases were, and in some cases remain, inundated by the floods. He insists the government is all ears for any suggestions of how to boost the auto industry and put Thailand back on the map as one of the world's largest car manufacturers.
November's inflation figures announced today show a significant rise due in no small part to increased food prices. November's Consumer Price Index, or CPI, released today by the Ministry of Commerce, has shown a sharp rise of 4.19% year-on-year. That means that the CPI for the first 11 months of this year sits at 3.83% year-on-year. Meanwhile, the core CPI for last month rose 2.9% year-on-year. That means that the average core CPI so far this year is 2.33%.
The Food and Drink Price Index has also risen to 10.21% compared to the same period last year due to the ongoing impact of the floods on production and delivery networks.
Hoarding of fresh food continues to be a major factor in increasing the scarcity and therefore the price of these commodities. Furthermore, while wholesale and producer prices have begun to fall, this saving is apparently not yet being passed on to the long-suffering consumers.
As the floods recede, the extent of the damage is being slowly revealed, Dr. Runtip, and in many cases requires significant construction work to repair.
Kun Subachon, this has required the Ministry of Commerce to meet with the major construction material suppliers to apply pressure to reduce prices. Today, leading construction material retailers, including Homemart, HomePro, Powerbuy, and Buntawan, met with the Ministry of Commerce to further discuss their ability to cap or reduce prices of their products in this year's time of need. For their part, the suppliers claim that they have yet to raise prices as there is no current shortage of construction material supply.
Nonetheless, the Ministry of Commerce has asked the retailers to lower the price of essential repair items by a range of 10 to 80% due to the increase in demand and exceptional circumstances. The ministry emphasized the need to reduce prices on essential items such as PVC doors, cement, appliances, white goods, ceramics, and paint. Those suppliers that are prepared to provide special pricing during the reconstruction period will clearly post a special Ministry of Commerce sign at their outlets. To date, all the suppliers we mentioned have agreed to participate, and the ministry expects this example to be followed by many more.
SME is the heart of the doing business in Thailand. Today, I talked to the managing part of the Grand Thornton Thailand, as well as the SME, what they need and what are their suggestions.
The levels that we see are actually very similar to the 3 levels that the government has planned as well, but we define them as stabilization. Right? Stabilization is to maintain the existing function of the business no matter whether you do it in an alternative method or a different location. Normalization is to return to where you were before the disaster, and then finally the transformation improvement would be to take what you have and see whether you can reduce your risk and make it more efficient and more productive. So there's the 3 stages. If you take a look at disaster recovery plans, for the most part, they're at normalization into the future, but they don't really help people that have standing water.
Right.
Right. There's a different set of issues, and so if you go in there, you have to actually take a look at what stage you're in clearly and try to address those types of issues.
Okay, and what about you? Any plan at all for now?
For SME, I think that at this moment we're just looking to get back what the normal life we should have. No need to worry more about the flooding, and we want to go back to work. We miss our staff, we miss our customer. We want to go back to work. So the first thing we need is that we can go back and start our production again, start to do our business again, and waiting for the support from the government, those kind of cash flow, the capital, the soft loan with low interest rate, that kind of thing that we are looking for from the government.
We'll now take a short break, and we'll be back after these short messages.
welcome back to Thai PBS English News Service. Now it's time for the flood projection.
Now, after talking to water experts from the Netherlands, it seems that our water expert, Dr. Seri Suparatit and Kundarin Khongakara, have once again met with the water experts from the Netherlands, right? So it looks like it's pretty positive, right, Kundarin?
Yes, Mr. Ambassador said he wants to help us with the flood disaster right
that's
now.
Good, right?
Yeah, that's good. But he said he wait for the Thai government to ask for their help.
To invite the Dutch government to come and help Thailand.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Professor Seri, today you have another meeting with the Mr. Ambassador from the Netherlands and also water expert from Netherlands.
Yes.
What do you talk about today?
Yeah, I think it's really a positive way. His Excellency Ambassador Boa told me that he's willing to help Thailand due to the long history relationships between Thailand and Netherlands. Yeah, he also told me that Dutch experience is really beneficial to Thailand because the topography, the geography, everything nearly the same, and he's under mean sea level is about -7. You see, Thailand is above about 0.5 to 1 meters. Yeah, that's why I think that the problem for Bangkok is not so severe as Netherlands. Yeah, he has more disaster, more flood severity. Yeah, he is willing to help Thailand, but he comment that he waits for the something news from the government. Yeah.
So I have I have interviewed him also about how Thailand can be helped by the Netherlands. So let's hear what the ambassador say about helping from the Netherlands.
The Netherlands is that there are no partial, cheap, quick solutions. This is really something you need to prepare. And floods will simply repeat themselves. And it might be 2 years, might be 3 years, but water will be back. And that's the experience in the Netherlands where we had over a long time, and where we really decided collectively as a nation, never again. And I think that's the collective. That would be my wish to the Thai people, that this collective wish, never again, can be accomplished. Which means that you move beyond party lines, that you really accept, well, there are several parties living in the same community, so what do we have in common? Well, what you do have in common is the problem of flooding. So find common solutions. And I think this is a bit what in the Netherlands we have been practicing with good results, because my house is 2 meters below sea level. But I feel very secure because I know my community did flood prevention, my province did flood prevention, my government at national level did flood prevention. So I feel secure, I'm a happy citizen. Although I'm 2 meters below water, and 2 meters is a bit beyond my head.
Wow, he still have a lot of confidence. Even his house is below the sea level for 2 meters. So how about Thailand? We have not a lot of confidence. Even we are higher than the sea level, right?
Yes, the Thai government have also to secure the Thai people also like a Netherlands. Yeah, this is very important.
So we're waiting for them to come and help also. So that's what we have talked with the ambassador and also the water expert from the Netherlands.
I see. So the willing to help is there, just waiting for the official request. Basically. Thank you, Kundarin, and thank you, Professor Seri.
Thank you.
And that wraps up tonight's edition of Thai PBS English News Service. You can also log into our archive and email us.
Right, and I'm Supachon Klin Suwan.
I'm Rung Tip Chonapalai. Thanks for watching. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ